Aloha, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the program. Don Draper once said that advertising is all about happiness. Now, I have no idea if this is true or not. Currently, I am 0 for 47 with zero callbacks when it comes to applying for such marketing positions. So, if you know anybody, what I can say for sure is that the music of Elizabeth Cotten, well, hell, that's just pure happiness. Whether it's a vocal performance or an instrumental, she always seems to capture the joy in a song, even if the lyrics tell a completely different story. So here we got a real cool song for you. It's Elizabeth Cotten, sort of leading a sing along. The song is called Shake Shugaree. And if you're coming into this feeling a little bit down, don't worry. Miss Elizabeth, she's going to take good care of you. Let's check this out.
This is a song that myself and 8 grandchildren wrote this song. I mean great grandchildren. Shake Shugaree, each child got a verse. But I don't know all the verses, so I'm gonna sing what I can remember right now. Y'all gonna help me sing this? Well, I have a little song. I'll sing it right. I'll sing it right if it takes once or twice. Oh, Lord, oh me, everybody, shake Shugaree. Everything I got is in pawn. Everything I got. Y'all's throat hurt? I pawn my watch. I pawn my chain. I pawned everything that was in my name. Oh, Lord, oh me, didn't I shake Shugaree? Everything I got is in pawn. Everything I got is in pawn. I pawn my barn. I pawn my plow. I pawn everything. I even pawn my old cow. Right. Well, shake Shugaree. Everything I got in pawn. Everything I got in pawn. I know something I ain't gonna tell. I'm going to heaven in a ground pea shell. Oh, Lord, oh me, didn't I shake Shugaree? Everything I got is in pawn. Everything I got's in pawn. What's next? I pawn my chairs. I pawn my bed. I ain't got nowhere to lay my head. Oh, Lord, oh me, didn't I shake Shugaree? Everything I got is in pawn. Everything I got is in pawn. I pawn my tobacco. I pawn my pipe. I pawned everything that was in my sight. Oh, Lord, oh me, didn't I shake Shugaree? Everything I got is in pawn. Everything I got is in pawn. I have a little secret I ain't gonna tell. I'm going to heaven and I ain't going down to. Oh, Lord, oh me, didn't I shake Shugaree? Everything I got is in pawn. Everything I got is in pawn.
There you have it. Elizabeth Cotten, Shake Shugaree. She sings Everything I Got Is in Pawn. It's not a happy song whatsoever, but the way she sings, the way she plays, the way she communicates with her audience is just pure joy. And I hope you really enjoyed that part. Uh, I listen to Elizabeth Cotten and I just can't help to smile. And most of the days, I'm just a pretty miserable SOB. One of the cool things about Elizabeth Cotten as well is that she's probably has had the longest journey to stardom you're ever going to hear. She was born January 5th, 1893 in Carborough, North Carolina. She was the youngest of 5 children, and apparently she kind of named herself as a very young child around the house. She was just called Lil Sister. When she went to school, the teacher said, "What's your name?" And apparently on the spot, I guess she just said, "Hi, I'm Elizabeth." That's apparently how Elizabeth Cotten got her full name. That's how the story goes, anyway. Now, she began playing music at the age of 8. Unfortunately, she had to quit school at 9 years old and go into work as a domestic. At the age of 12, she got a live-in job with a family in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. For her services there, she was paid a grand total of $1 a month. Big money, right? So her mother collected those funds and put them aside for Elizabeth, saving up money so Elizabeth could buy her first guitar, which was a Sears and Roebuck model that I believe she paid about $3.75 for. Don't laugh. If you look at the history of the blues and stuff, a lot of really early guitar players and such, a lot of early folk musicians got their starts on Sears and Roebuck guitars. She was a self-taught musician. I think you can kind of see that in her guitar playing. She's left-handed, plays a right-handed guitar, but she'd never switched the strings. So you notice her low strings, her bass strings are actually on the bottom rather than the top. Kind of cool, right? As a young teen, she already started writing her own songs. One of those songs was one called Freight Train, which ended up being recorded in the United Kingdom years later, became a big hit, and was actually a main influence on the rise of skiffle music throughout the country. How's that, right? Later on, that song would go on to be covered by a lot of folks. We're talking Peter, Paul, and Mary, Jerry Garcia, Bob Dylan, Joan Baez, Doc Watson, Taj Mahal. Not bad for a song written by like a 13-year-old. That's impressive. Elizabeth Cotten got married at the age of 17 and just said goodbye to her guitar and her music career. I mean, she almost never played. I think she played occasionally in church and things like that. But beyond that, she didn't perform or begin recording again until she was in her 60s. Matter of fact, when she did finally get back into it, she kind of had to reteach herself how to play the instrument. So when she was in her 60s, this would have been in the late 1950s, she was working as a maid for Ruth and Charles Seeger, the parents of the folk legend Pete Seeger. Now, the entire Seeger family are musicians, great musicians, by the way. And Mike Seeger, who is Pete's brother, he began making what they call bedroom recordings of Elizabeth Cotten playing guitar, singing her songs. Those basic recordings later became her first album, which was called Folk Songs and Instrumentals with Guitars. That was released in 1958. Taking advantage of the folk boom of the early 1960s, suddenly this 65 or whatever year old woman, she caught fire. She started playing shows with Mississippi John Hurt, John Lee Hooker, Muddy Waters. She's playing places like the Newport Folk Festival, going all over the place. In fact, she continued to tour and record new music throughout her 80s. She passed away in June of 1987 at the age of 94. And for someone whose music career began so late, the list of her accomplishments are just fantastic. In 1984, she was awarded a National Heritage Fellowship by the National Endowment of the Arts, which is like the U.S.'s highest honor for traditional arts and things like this. In 85, she won a Grammy for Best Traditional Folk Recording. That was for her album Elizabeth Cotten Live. In 2022, of course, she had passed by then, she was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as an early influencer. Right on, Elizabeth Cotten. And the very next year, in 2023, she was named the 36th greatest guitar player by Rolling Stone magazine. In upcoming videos, I want to play you some of her instrumental works so you can see really what a great guitar player she was. Man, I hope you dug that. Leading up to this, I listened to a lot of Elizabeth Cotten songs, and I tell you, every single one of them left a smile on my face. And I'm not shitting you when I'm telling you, in the last 3 weeks, honestly, I've had about 5 good days. Listening to Elizabeth Cotten changes all that. That's what good music does. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, post a comment. Check out more of Elizabeth Cotten stuff. I'm going to put the link to the original video in this as well. Also, so this comes from the website. It's called Guitar Workshop. I'm going to put a link to their website as well, because through that link, you can actually order like guitar tabs and things like this. So if you're interested in learning how to play some of these really cool old blues things, you can go to that website and actually pick those up. So if you would like to maybe sit around with family members and kind of do your own version of Shake Shugaree with the family, go to the website and check it out. And just smile, man. Y'all take care, all right?